of the nation lies in the effort of the people. What are you doing to change corruption? Corruption is a general term. It wasn't just created for Nigeria. As corrupt as any nation has been, there are always a group of people who have pulled through and have sacrificed their lives. Madiba sacrificed 27 years of his life in prison, but he didn't stop there. Many of us try, and the moment we fail because of our government, we blame it on the government and we waste away. The moment Madiba came out, he had a choice. He could have married his third wife there and then, because everybody knows he was a woman's man. He had sacrificed 27 years for the country, so he could have just said, okay, is South Africa my own? I will not, my teenagers always make a statement, Atlanta, I will not come and kill myself. And even though that is grammatically wrong, that's the statement we make a lot of times. You apply for a job, and because someone is asking you to bring a certain amount of money, for a while you reserve a bit of integrity, and then later you round off by saying, in quote, I will not come and kill myself. But Madiba came out of prison not to continue his life, but to continue his fight. You have to remember that your country is what you make it be. I have a little son right now, and the question I keep on asking myself is, will he have to run out of Africa like I did to get a great education? Now, by the time my son is entering the university, a lot of you here will be ministers of information, ministers of education, politicians. But what kind of ministers are you going to be when you can't even read yourself to pass an exam? It's easier for us to point fingers at every other person. Nigeria is to be blamed for the suffering. There is no light, there is no water. But when you get light, why is it so difficult for you to pay your NEPA bills? Why do you have to wait for your light to be cut? When you are in a vehicle, why do you throw trash out of the bin? The change begins with you. Whilst we're waiting for the government to work, let us become the government. It's time for you to say to yourself, I may be a dancer and I can dance Nigeria into a sense of responsibility. What is that gift you have with you? What is that you feel you can do? I say to my teenagers, you feel you want to be a musician, then it's good for you to sing. But before you live the rest of your life and chasing just singing, you should remember that a medical doctor or a lawyer who sings is always more respected than a secondary school graduate who sings. You need to push your talent. For you to get a sense of integrity, you have to understand that it's better for you to be broke right now and for you to amass a kind of wealth that you would not be scared of moving around. I remember when I was posted to South Africa for a while as a United Nations doctor, and I went on a program with Madiba to raise money for AIDS. We did not have more than 6 security details with him. He was moving freely because he wasn't scared of something he shouldn't be scared of. Listen, the wrong choices you're making right now, sleeping around, living wayward lives, refusing to do things according to the books, the little lies you tell. It's as simple as your inability to say, sorry, I woke up late. Thanks to GSM, you're going late for an interview or your boss sends you somewhere. When he calls, where are you? You say to your boss, I'm stuck in traffic, when you're still on your bed. Your inability to say the truth makes you less accountable, and then your integrity quotient diminishes. We have to look at our lifestyles. We have to change who we are so that Nigeria can become what it can be. Let's start from a young girl who earns 60,000. You earn 60,000 and you're on a BBS BVN package of 3,000, and you buy Italian shoes of 100,000 every month, and somehow your account balances. You cannot say to yourself, I am accountable for what I make. You don't know who has given you what. How then will you be accountable for a nation or a job? The truth is, Africa is going to change someday. Nigeria is going to change someday. It took America 200 years and they're still having a lot of issues. There's Guantanamo Bay. But the truth of the matter is, for our change to come sooner than we want, it's time for you to put your head down, read your books, and say to yourself, I'd rather give myself an extra year than to take bribe or to give bribe. The Nigeria of tomorrow lies in you. I love you. Mwah.
Thank you. The next video clip is simply tagged, would you rather vote slavery or progress? Thank you very much. Thank you. Mr. S.W.A.G.G. Apampa, please, your attention is needed here. Are we together? Please put your hands together for yourselves.
Okay, the final quest. Name 4 companies or organizations displayed as sponsors and partners on EgunjeDotInfo. Remember to tweet it at Pins2015 using the hashtag #TTWU06. Thank you.
Prior to being the CEO of Junior Achievements Nigeria, she was the general manager of the Investment Club Network in Nigeria, an investment and financial education organization with the goal of teaching adults how to make, manage, and multiply money with a sound financial education. However, she noticed that adults are set in their ways and imparting this knowledge might not be as effective. This led to her choice of working with children and young adults between the ages of 5 and 25 in the areas of financial literacy, entrepreneurship, education, and workforce readiness skills. Junior Achievement Nigeria was her dream that had come through, as these young people would have acquired skills to improve their lives, create wealth, and reduce poverty in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, may we welcome Mrs. Kumbi Worola, the Chief Executive Officer of Junior Achievement, an organization that is committed to building the bridge between the classroom and the workplace and has reached over 400,000 young people in 12 locations across the country in Lagos, Ibadan, Abeokuta, Ilorin, Abuja, Jos, Kaduna, Bauchi, Port Harcourt, Enugu, Calabar, Uyo in the past 14 years. She is proudly represented by Adegbola Abiodun. Please put your hands together for him. No, sorry. Mr. Adegbola Abiodun is a man of few words. Believe you me, he may end up not taking more than 3 minutes. Please put your hands together for him.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. It's great to be here. My name is Adegbola Abiodun, the Regional Program Coordinator of Junior Achievement Nigeria. My Executive Director, Mrs. Kumbi Worola, she's unavoidably absent, and she sent her apology because right now she is in Swaziland attending the Junior Achievement Africa Regional Company of the Year competition. And she went with students from Government Girls College in Abuja to represent Nigeria. And for her, she has a presentation, but with the way things are going, I just have about 3 minutes just to encourage each and every one of us that when we talk about corruption, when we talk about integrity, like for Junior Achievement Nigeria, right now we have included ethics in our program because we work with primary and secondary school students, teaching them about financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and work readiness. And now we have included ethics, talking about the reason why they need to work hard, to study hard, not to involve themselves in examination malpractices, why they need to save money, not to even depend totally on their parents as they are growing up, the culture of saving and all of that, because we know as they grow up, there's going to be a lot of pressure out there. But talking to us as youth this morning, for you to be successful, there is a theory of success that says that S plus Y is equal to K. And the X, where S is preparatory and Y is opportunity, and the K is success. The thing there is that if you are not prepared to meet opportunity, there is no way you can be successful. If you have the opportunity and you are not prepared for it, and if you are prepared and the opportunity does not come, there's no way you can be successful. And that is where the issue of corruption comes in. But if we are to talk about corruption, I believe that even one day or 1 week will not be enough, because there are different phases of corruption. So this morning, talking to the youth, we need to be determined to fight corruption. And for one simple thing, one thing that I want to also talk about is, even in the area of age, tell us your age. As students, in offices, on your CV, that we even lied about our age. Because when I was doing my youth service, there are some organizations, okay, the people that they want, if you are above 26 years of age, you cannot be employed. You cannot even serve with them. But you will see people, they will go and do an affidavit, they will adjust their CV and accommodate the age that the organization is requesting for. That is another level of corruption. So there are different facets of corruption, but for us as youth, we need to rise up and always tell the truth in everything that we do. Integrity, it matters, because there is a saying that if you tell one lie, you must tell another lie to cover the lie that you have told. And the thing there is that you will not remember that trend of lie all over. That's why the Yoruba adage says that if lies has been for over even 200 years, that one day the truth will catch up with it. So we need to stand up for what is right, we need to stand up for what is truth, and we need to stamp out corruption in our society. God bless you. Thank you.
He holds a bachelor's degree in mass communication from the University of Lagos and a certificate in strategies and tools for leadership beyond boundaries at the Center for Creative Leadership, Greensboro, North Carolina. He is also an alumnus of Social Sector Management Program of the Pan-African Universities, Enterprise Development Center, Lagos. He has worked extensively as an expert trainer on life, leadership, and employability skills development across 6 geopolitical regions of Nigeria. He has worked beyond the boundaries of West Africa to engender youth socio-economic change drives and serves as a strategic advisor to a host of youth-led initiatives in Nigeria. He is a people's person and a man of faith. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Mr. EgunjeDotInfo. Please put your hands together for Mr. EgunjeDotInfo. concept. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here. So I'm in my habitat with young people. The only challenge is when I stepped in and I saw this beautiful place and I noticed the seats empty, I was telling a colleague of mine, I said, if we change the agenda to SWAGG video reality show, I'm sure they will need to have security guards here. It tells us something about ourselves and it tells us where we are going also. With the issue of corruption or integrity and all of that, the question I keep telling young people across Nigeria and everywhere I go is this. My teacher told me that right from secondary school. She said a thief is always looking for an excuse to happen. You know what it means? When you watch TV documentaries where they say they've caught a thief, well, those type of thieves they do catch on Crime Fighter. They tell you, I wasn't like this before. And everybody has an excuse. But the truth is we talk about issues of values because we're here to talk about corruption. And the only reason why you and I are corrupt is because we have a flawed value system. I used to belong to a chat group about 7 years back. For so long I used to chat online about the issues of values even before I got to LEAP. And someday I was off the chat for a while. And when I got back, people were welcoming me into that chat group and they were asking, oh, where have you been? We've missed your chat. And someone says, how is West Africa? Suddenly some other people on that chat group started commenting. They said, do you mean this guy is from Nigeria? He said, yes, he's a Nigerian. And someone asked a question, an honest question. Why is he a member of this group? He's from a society where they do not understand or have values. And that's the question you and I need to answer beyond sitting down here and going back to our daily lives. If I were to pierce your skin, because people say, aren't you a Nigerian? And suddenly I don't understand anymore what it means truly to be a Nigerian. If we have also labeled ourselves a valueless people, and that's the tag that makes me, you and I a Nigerian. If I were to pierce your skin, what comes out actually is your value. And that's the reason why I believe, like Lee believes, you are who you are. Make no excuses about it. Your action supports the type of person you are. Like my teacher said, a thief is always waiting to happen. And like someone says, through your action or through your inaction, you and I are part of the corruption problem in Nigeria. I won't waste my time talking to you about what corruption is. I'm just going to tell you one single story and I'm going to leave here. That captures the whole essence of why we're here. So let's just assume it's a make-believe story. 20 young, because we are young people, 20 young Nigerian comrades, leaders, people you see on TV every day who brand themselves as youth leaders, these leaders, those leaders. They were on a trip to Ghana. It was a road trip to Ghana. They were going to drive from Lagos to Ghana. They got into a bus, a government bus with the government plate number. They drove through the border, Lagos border. Those years, the Lagos border was dirty and stinking. And for those of you who have been through there, the Lagos border shares the same duplex with the Benin border. On this side is Lagos, on the other side is Benin. If you were in Lagos, you see a crowd. Security operatives not well dressed, wearing slippers, looking rough, looking dirty, the place looking stinking. On the other side, you could see the Beninois. I don't know, maybe they call them the gendarmes or whatever they call their soldier, their policemen, standing upright, not flinching, not laughing, not pulling someone for money, not pulling a car for. They were doing their jobs the way they were supposed to do it. We drove through, and those in that bus, people who brand themselves in quotes as leaders, even youth leaders, they were over speeding. I called them to their attention. Are you observing the speed limit? They said, OJ, forget about that. This is a government vehicle. Young people now, not the person in authority himself. They kept overspeeding. They flagged them down somewhere in Benin and asked them, why are you overspeeding? You've committed what? Is that a crime or an offense? An offense. Pay the fine and sin no more. They said, never. We will not pay a dime. You small countries in Africa like to disrespect us. Can't you see the plate number? Are you blind? This is a disrespect. They didn't pay that fine. And the police officer went away with the vehicle particulars. They told him, you're a fool. When we get back to our country, we will just go and get another one. This is a government vehicle. They continued in that habit. They got to Togo. That year, Togo was disgusting. It was just like the Lagos border. When we got to Togo, they kept overspeeding, and the people in Togo were just waving and jumping and happy. Then they got to Ghana. The same attitude. Overspeeding. They flagged them down again in Ghana. This time, immediately the police officer came to meet them in Ghana. They told the man, don't waste your time. Let me just tell you. They already stopped us in Benin, and they have our paper with them. So we don't even have any paper to give you. Immediately those officers heard that. They clamped the vehicle tires. They said, well, here, you will pay the fine. They embarrassed themselves for a while. I won't waste your time. At the end of the day, they went through the due process. They did pay the fine, and they did let us go. I'll tell you where it sums up. They went to a park in Ghana, a popular park in Ghana. They didn't climb rocks in Nigeria, but they wanted to climb rocks in Ghana. They told them, pay 10 cedi per person. There were about 20 of them. They felt it was too much. Mindset. What do? Why didn't you approach the manager to ask for a discount, to ask for a rebate? They didn't do that. Because they are unique people. They pull themselves to a place. Someone suddenly, and we always have this information, corruption. Ghanaians pay 1 cedi, foreigners pay 10 cedi. Why don't we change our names and go back there and each pay 1 cedi? Ideas, because people in this part of the world also tell, in Nigeria, they'll tell you, oh, those type of opportunity, help, chance. And they did change their names. I'll tell you something. We got there, we were the only blacks there on that day. A couple of foreigners there, suntanning, shooting a movie. And these people went back to the counter and they all changed their names. Kofi Kwame, Kwekwe Kwakwa, they all changed their names. I'll tell you the irony. You see, where they went to change their names was not a bamboo. It was actually the center manager's office. It was designed like a tree. The other foreigners were there having their welcome tour. They overheard all what the Nigerians were saying. I'll tell you what happened. In less than 5 minutes of our arrival there, suddenly people who were feeling fine, suntanning, relaxing, they had a reason to suddenly go back to their rooms. Why? There was a gist. What's the problem? You see those guys there? They are Nigerians. And they got here in less than 5 minutes. Look at what they've done. Now, this is not bipolar reporting, where they say the foreign people just like say bad things about us. I'm a full-blooded Nigerian, and I live with my people. I know the way my people think, and I know the type of mindset we have. That place got deserted. Why? Because people who decide not to be thorough with their lives. Through your action, through your inaction, you are the problem Nigeria is faced with. And I challenge everyone, if we are sure we don't want this type of reporting, this type of society where everything happens by a miracle, all we ask of you is take a stand out of the 170 million people. Because you are right thinking, you do not need your governor to make you right thinking actually. Take a stand and help reduce the number of challenged people in Nigeria. The human mind, once you draw it to a new perspective, it should never go back to the old ways of doing stuff. If you didn't know before coming here today, we can spare you. But beyond today, you can't go back doing the same things, expecting a better Nigeria, watching DSTV and assuming you just have a perfect Nigeria. You will start by becoming that perfect Nigeria and forget about the rest. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, another round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen. May we have this song as put together by a Nigerian artist. It simply says, "Lead Us Well" by Africa and China. Please.
Food in a day, brother, what I not do. And our country not good, every day for all night. One man wait it, my drummer, them go show you face for grand fighter. Rich man wait it, money, we now they see their face for grand fighter. Tell me something like it, boy. Rich man go to yalla, one man go to sound. Rich man go to yalla, one man go to sound. They wanna lead us well. Run out this nation to fall inside well. Mr. President, lead us well. If you the governor, I wanna swear. If you the cause anytime well, police well, now they take back. They lead us well, I wanna swear. If you that's what not dey now we want survive. We be giant of Africa, but we got different than Ghana now, yeah. Like a policeman go see white, he go tell you say I say that thing, now tell me something I do to make on a lead us well. Don't let this nation to fall inside well. Mr. President, lead us well. Govern us well. Cause anytime well. Police well, not the thing right. Lead us well. Govern us well. Cause anytime well. Police well, not the thing right. I like the way we can kiss the name of the party. People destroy people and the name of the party. Election for my country now, party. Wayo, arranging on me. People wait for them things to the living pain. This na this place I am so ashamed. We don't collect for me, collect trading for me. You do for me, you see the bunch shop. You want tell me say you don't know when them pay. Why do they make us they living pain? You gonna lead us well. No, let's
feel like dancing? Come on, if you feel like dancing, please. Let's shake it off. Are you shy? Come on, stand up and shake it off, please.
I'm on up in the bar. Anything we find our ways. I'm gonna put the song on. Food in a day, brother, what I not do. And our country not good, every day party for them for all night. On my way to my grandma, them go show him face for gun fighter. This my way to my grandma, we know they see their face for gun fighter. Tell me something I don't know why. Rich man with the alapea, poor man with the charm. Rich people is small, anytime where. So this well, not the thing bad. We are in us well, no. I want us well, anytime where. Lead us well, not the thing right. Well, you know this, brother, transportation no day. And our road is no good. What a body never people who get like. Everybody just say Allah. Well, not day now, we want survive. But many ready for work, but that's what not day now, they want survive. We be giant of Africa, but to get we say that Ghana now again. A policeman go see white, he go tell you say I say that thing. Tell me something I do to make on a lead us well. Don't let this nation to fall inside well.
Lovely. Please come back. Please, a round of applause for this young man. In fact, no, please come back. Are we ready to give him the locomotive clap? Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. Thank you. This man is a talent. All he needs is packaging. I wish him success.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's about time I hand over the microphone to the General Officer commanding this event. I mean the man whose dream is a better Nigeria. We all share common dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Executive Director of Integrity Organization in the person of S.W.A.G.G. Apamba. Please put your hands together for him.
The reason why we're here is this site called EgunjeDotInfo. On EgunjeDotInfo, we're trying to show you that there can be, you can actually get value out of getting involved in anti-corruption. Corruption has become an industry which is multi-billion nairas. But I think we'll be making a big mistake if we did not encourage a counter industry called anti-corruption. So we have created on our website called EgunjeDotInfo, there is a members area. you can register and you can become a member. If you become a member, the more activities you do, everything is free. You're not paying any dime. The more activities you do, the more points you generate. The more points you generate, the more you can convert those points for rewards. And what are the kinds of activities that you can do on the site? If you recruit others, for example, you invite your friends to EgunjeDotInfo to also register on EgunjeDotInfo, you get points if your friends also register. So you can invite them from the site. When they come back and register, you will get points in your account. You can gather corruption stories. Here we have an arrangement with ICPC. If the stories you gather are well researched, you will get huge amount of points. So it's not by the number of stories, it's by the quality of the reporting. That is what we're rewarding. It's the quality of the reporting. And it is as soon as ICPC accepts it as a lead, then the points go to you. But we have an arrangement with ICPC that anything that gets reported, and let me tell you the kind of report, even the kind of video of the policeman taking a bribe that went viral, that is a report. So even just sending that so that ICPC has a lead somewhere that they know who to follow up with, that already earns you points. Submitting your stories, you can write a story. Like the competition we announced at the beginning, and we understand that nobody has participated, so we will be going away with our Samsung tablet. Sorry, we're all talking together, I can't hear. It's not going. I don't understand. You cannot submit. Samuel, can you hear? Nobody was able to submit. So submitting your stories and poems will earn you points. And this is terrible if nobody was able to submit. You've been submitting. Oh, you managed to submit. You can submit artwork and cartoons. You can submit songs, videos, and related stuff from the campaign. Samuel, can we have the list of winners, please? So please, can you try again on EgunjeDotInfo? You say you cannot post it.
It was saying page not found. It was network.
Oh, it was network. Oh, there was network, but page not found. Please write down the first two for each of the questions. First two. Thank you. For question 1. The first quest, which was, what is the current total amount of money reported as Egunje collected on EgunjeDotInfo? At Balinga Adio Madiba. He's changed his or her name to Adio Madiba. Who is that? Who is Buki Shaba? Buki Shaba is a winner from the first question. A round of applause for her. At least that shows you it was not rigged, since we're checking on Twitter. Okay. No, it's not a phone. You get the wireless key. Okay. A round of applause for her. Okay. Question 2. What is the most reported Egunje transaction on EgunjeDotInfo website? There's Lori for Zach, Samuel Tralord 4. Is there any person with that handle here? What about Glamorous Lady? Who is Glamorous Lady? Okay. You win the portable hard drive. Congratulations. For question 3. Gen Voices at Benga Oshowe. Is he still here? Yep. Okay. A round of applause for him, please. He was the winner last year. He won the first prize in our tweet-off. The tweet-off and the poetry competition, which was from Abuja. Who is Buki Shaba? Again. She's a winner a second time. Okay. Oh. Some people are jealous. Okay. Congratulations. So she gets an external hard drive as well. So she has the wireless and she's got the external. Can we have the 2 more names? We have 2 star prizes left. Who is Adeoluwa Adeniran? Is he here? Adeoluwa Adeniran took part in the Twitter competition and won the iPad mini. Is Adeoluwa Adeniran here? Well, I guess we have to keep it for him. We still have the Samsung Tab 3 and we have the Techno Phantom Pad. Those 2 are still up for grabs. Benedict at Ben Swiffy. Okay, come up. You are the next runner-up on question 1. A round of applause for him now. Thank you very much. Okay. We're going to do a raffle draw and we'll see who is going to go home with the Samsung Galaxy Tab. Is that not fair? Everybody has a chance. Everybody has a chance. You registered. You are given a piece of paper. Yes. 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 Whoever didn't collect didn't want to. It was optional. Yaha, Niger. It was optional. So, can we ask somebody, is there a member of the media who can help us? Someone help us pick a number, please. Thank you, sir. Oh, madam, please come. You will help us pick the second number. Maybe we should do ladies first. So, madam, pick one number. Oh, please open it out and read it out. This is for the Techno. Let's start from the portable hard drive. The last hard drive that is there. We will raffle it. What's the number?
Entry code.
It's already lit. Sorry, please go on.
Entry code 137846.
137846. Anybody with that?
137846.
No, take another one.
I don't think it's just this one. 602809.
Oh yeah.
6028.
Let me hold this for you.
Okay, thank you. 602809.
No?
Wow. It's not up to 6. 635862. This one also.
Okay.
121447.
Is it you? Hey. Yeah, take it from him. Please give it to him. A round of applause now. Thank you very much. Don't go away. There's one more. This is now for the Techno Phantom. Please tweet about this.
The number is 912301. Once again, 912301.
Anybody with that number? Next.